Hey, it's time to talk about fun things to do in Jacksonville. This week we have lots of cool stuff on the show. Later in our entertainment segment, we will have an interview with Dr. Funkenstein himself, Mr. George Clinton. In our Hit the Road Jax piece, we visit the Legends of Racing Museum in Daytona Beach, Florida. I also catch up with our own Jacksonville Giants head coach, Kevin Waters, to talk about the upcoming ABA basketball season. But first, let's head to St. Augustine for some great food. In all our Taste of Jax segments, we try to make sure that every restaurant we recommend to you is an experience. And the restaurant we're going to show you today is no exception to that rule. We're going to have you experience a little slice of Lyon.
When I knew I was going to come here, I was expecting like a shishi white tablecloth restaurant, but that's not the case here.
No, it's not one of those snooty French restaurants for sure. I mean, everything is about the food. It's not about the surrounding, about the silverware, about the tablecloths, everything with a snooty, Frenchy, Maître d'. No, it's really cool, very casual. It's laid back. It's the food is a star. It's just like enjoy your time. You are somewhere else. Here, you don't have one server. All the servers are your servers, and they really care for the bistro. They really dig in it. I mean, we have the same employees sometimes for 4 years, the time we just opened, 4 years ago. And because people feel home here, and that's what I want them to feel. And therefore, the customer feel home also. We have some regulars that come all the time because of the hurdy bird, and then they come for other special, because they like it. They feel home, they feel like it's, they go there, they don't ask what for dinner, okay, cool. And that's the way we like it.
I was excited when Chef invited me into the kitchen to watch him prepare today's entree.
Really nice. Long cooked, slowly cooked, like 4 hours. The beef juice give like a little coloration. It smells good. Just put it back to temperature and have the fat of the beef melt back on the onions. Garlic, salt, pepper. So now it's completely melt. Very Sunday dish. Very, so we have the beef cheeks are completely comfy. You see, look, it's like falling apart. I remove all the grease, all the fat, and then we just loaded the bottom of the plate with onions, scallions, garlic, and those wonderful melting beef cheeks. And then we're going to put on top of it some mashed potatoes, breadcrumbs, and we're going to cook it in the oven, baked in the oven. Red potatoes are so good. Potatoes are really awesome. They're really the flavor. Oh my god!
Now, speaking of special dinners, I understand you're about to go and prepare a special dinner. Can you tell me about that?
Well, that's a very, very special dinner for a chef, and even more for somebody who's not even from here. I've been invited to cook at the James Beard House in New York City, and that's for me an unbelievable honor. And it's like being able to cook at the pantheon of the American cuisine. And James Beard was the founder of the American cuisine. And right now I'm be able to go there, and that's something fabulous and fantastic. And I'm very, very fortunate to be able to go there. That's going to be a major deal for me, yes.
The white dish is very good. Here we are.
And it's served like different every day. Well, this is the way we used to eat in France. Set fixed price menu. It's very popular there because when you eat at la carte, like most of the people do here, it's the way more expensive way to go in France, right. And it's really want to impress a date. Say I'm going to choose a la carte, but no, most of the time we take from the menu because it's cheaper and
tell me what I'm going to
exactly.
Well, and I get the feeling here. This is more like home cooking. That's the impression I get.
The mother cooking. Lyon again was very famous for something that we call la cuisine des mères, home style cooking. The mother. And it's funny because, like I told you, it's a male world. in cooking industry because it's kind of tough. You burn yourself, you cut yourself. So, but in Lyon, we have this particularity, and Lyon has been named the head capital for gastronomy of the world. I didn't say this. Some guy back
Somebody
then.
else did,
Exactly.
yeah. You're just quoting.
I just quoting it, but it's kind of true because it's a national sport there.
Right.
We visited Bistro de Lyon in St. Augustine at the time of Beaujolais Nouveau. This event celebrates the release of the new season's wine from the region of Beaujolais, and the wine is released and tasted on the same day in November all over the world. This is the area where Chef is from, so I asked him to tell us more about this wine.
So he gave this international dimension of Beaujolais Nouveau, because before it was just in my hometown in Lyon. They were rolling down on Place Bellecour all the big barrel of wine, and they were with an axe chopping them, and then we were drinking all night long. Well, now all over the world, over 60 million bottles will be opened the same day all over the world, with people all over the world, Chinese, American, French, Japanese, cheering to the same thing. I think that's the best.
That's why you call it a friendship wine. That's
exactly,
awesome.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Well, and the thing about St. Augustine, it does have a bit of the European history, but also the American.
exactly. It's the perfect, I will say, American melting pot.
Melting pot, yeah.
It's the melting pot. It's like everything started here, and it
literally.
literally did, and it still have this feeling. We have people from all over the country, from all over the states, and they all speak a different language or with different accent, but nobody cares.
Right.
We're all from St. Augustine, and we're St. Augustiner, and we feel good about it.
I really recommend a visit to this awesome restaurant next time you're in St. Augustine. Bistro de Lyon is located near the Bridge of Lions in downtown, and when you do visit, make sure to tell them that Joe from I Know Jax sent you. For more information and details about the restaurants we feature in our show, just visit us online at iknowjax.com.
Next up, we learn more about the need for speed, and we also talk basketball. In many ways, Daytona is the mecca of auto racing, and in one of our previous Hit the Road Jack segments, we visited Daytona International Speedway. And by the way, if you missed that story, you can find it and all our videos from past episodes on iknowjax.com. And if you sign up for our newsletter, you get notified as soon as we upload the new videos. This time we visited a cool museum to learn more about Daytona's history of racing. This time in Hit the Road Jax, I'm in Daytona Beach, and today I'm visiting a very special museum dedicated to preserving the history of racing. I'm in the Living Legends of Auto Racing Museum to meet with a real living legend and race car driver to talk about cars, racing, and history.
I started racing when I was 15 years old, and I think it's born into you. You like cars and you like speed, so I started at a little short dirt track up there, and in 1960 I started coming to Daytona, and I think everybody does. I met the Allison brothers in 1963 in Atlanta at a modified race, and from there we just went on. In fact, I raced with some of the old timers. They were just getting done. Lee Petty was just getting out of it, and Richard was just getting in. Buck Baker, Marvin Patch. Today, Marvin is 85 years old and he still drives. In the modified division of NASCAR was Ernie Gahan and Billy Wimble. People like that were national champion. I ran with them all my life in the modified division. In the late model division, Dale Earnhardt, Sr., Harry Gant, Tommy Houston. There's so many of them I can't remember all of their names.
Jack showed me around in the museum. He's a wealth of information. Seems like he knows everyone in racing. I asked Jack how physically demanding is racing.
It doesn't look hard, but you sit in that car and it's 120 to 130 degrees, and you're going around, whether it's a short track or Daytona. Probably Bristol, Tennessee is the worst track there is for G-forces. And your neck gets tired unless you're Cale Yarborough and you ain't got no neck. But we weren't smart enough back then to put a headrest in. I used a bungee cord. I hook it to my helmet and hook it to the roll cage. If I bump you a couple times, you've got to move. If you don't move, I'm going to put you in the fence. So, and we got the respect like that. Bobby Allison and all of those guys back in the day, David Pearson, there was an unwritten rule. Bump and you're faster than I am, go by.
Yeah.
Don't block them.
Things are a little different now.
I don't want to talk about it, really. Never trailered one. I've always driven it, and I do today. I drive these cars out to the racetrack, and as long as you behave yourself, the cops don't bother you. They get a kick out of it, I think.
That's sort of part of the tradition, isn't it?
It's a tradition. Yeah, we never, back in the day, we'd stay over on the beach and in the motels, and we'd drive the cars back and forth if we had to work on them.
One of the cool things about Daytona is driving on the beach. I just can't imagine what it'd be like to drive an actual race car on the beach. Today we're moving quickly from motorsports over to basketball. I visited the Veterans Memorial Arena while the Jacksonville Giants ABA basketball team were practicing. I'm at Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena to check out the first official practice for the Jacksonville Giants. Tell me, you guys going to be undefeated this year again?
Well, again, you know, we put together a top team here, and we're looking forward to being successful. We have a lot of work in front of us, so we know that last year was a dream season, but last year is last year, so we got to start from day one now. We think, I know people are going to find this hard to believe, but we felt like we upgraded from last year as far as player personnel. So I think the fans going to be very excited about the product we put out there on the basketball court. So, yeah, that was the major thing.
Now, you know, you got the Giants. Last year, the big thing was you had several people over 17. No, Jermaine's back. Still got some big guys out there. Are we still Giant?
Yeah, we still Giants. We still Giants, but we're more athletic this year.
Okay,
more
cool.
athletic in the post, and our guard, we got some shooters.
All right.
Yeah, so, you know, like I said, the crowd going to see a nice style of basketball, you know, come December 3rd against Gulf Coast.
And are you expecting this whole thing with the NBA lockout to help you guys or hurt you? What do you think?
It's going to help the ABA, and in general, there are a few teams in the ABA have benefited, have signed some NBA players. So I think the LA Slam they got like 5 professional, NBA guys on their team this year. So the whole entire product, as far as the ABA, the quality of basketball is going to go up this year.
So it'll be a little harder to maybe make those 200-point games.
Yeah, it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder.
But we still expect them as fans.
Yeah, and we still going to try to get them for you.
Good.
That's
good,
right.
Good
No problem.
Well, we appreciate you, and we look forward to the opening game on
December 3rd. Yeah, December 3rd, 7:30 against Gulf Coast Flash, team that beat us in the playoffs last year. So we look forward to bringing them back down here.
So it's a grudge match.
Oh, what you say?
This year I plan on bringing more leadership than I did, last year.
Be more vocal?
Oh, absolutely. You may not know this, but I'm very vocal. So if you hang around here, you'll see. So yeah, just so my teammates can lean on me a little bit more. So leadership.
We got a couple of new guys. We added on new guys. So, but once we get that adjustment, I don't think our style of play is going to change at all. So we're still going to try
be quick up and down the court.
Same thing, running, gun offense, dunking, shouting, screaming. Same old,
I
same
like
old.
this. I like this.
Just a championship, hopefully.
Yeah. I hope to see you guys December 3rd at the first home game for the Jacksonville Giants. Now, if you're not able to make it down, that's cool. Go to knowjax.com. We'll be streaming the games live all season.
Many business owners I talk to are having a hard time getting their story out to a new audience. We want to help. KnowJax.com has a targeted audience of people interested in the greater Jacksonville area. If this is your target market, I have news for you. We're launching a brand new video directory on our website. This means that now you have an easy way to tap into our audience by using video to show what you do. For more details about the video directory, go to knowjax.com or give me a call at 904-345-0755. After the break, I'm interviewing one of my favorite musicians of all times, George Clinton.
Okay, this is the interview I've been talking about for the past week. It's with the most sampled recording artist of all time, the godfather of funk, ready to funk you up. Tonight, I got a chance to see George Clinton, the real George Clinton, Dr. Funkenstein himself. How you doing, man?
I'm feeling fine. It was a good time tonight.
Was it as fun as it looked?
It was gooder than that.
Gooder than that. Cool.
Yeah, last of the soul food festivals. We've been doing them all year. This is the last one.
Nice to close it out, huh?
Yep, but we had a ball in there.
Cool.
Yeah, we had a good time tonight.
And that was something I was going to ask. How many people were in the band?
26 or 27.
They looked like 50.
Yeah. Sometimes it's that, 'cause we have members that used to play with Bootsy or the Parlette or the Brides. Then when we show up, they take the stage with us, but it's about 27 of us that travel around most of the time. But like I said, any city we go in where somebody that used to be in the band is there, they're up on the stage, so we always have 4 or 5 extra people.
So it's like a family reunion then?
All the time.
Yeah. Well, tell me something. I mean, you've been doing this for a day or two now. What keeps you doing it, man?
Well, funk is its own energy. It's its own reward, you know what I'm saying? It makes you want to keep doing it. You funk today, you want to funk tomorrow.
Well, I heard through the grapevine that you might be releasing some new music. Is there any truth to that rumor?
Yes, we got a nice deal coming out. We're going to be releasing a whole lot of Funkadelic Parliament. The different members in the group have albums coming out. And we're working with Sly Stone and Chili Peppers and RZA from the Wu-Tang and System of a Down. We got a lot of stuff that's coming out.
So when can we expect this?
I would say March.
So early next year?
Yeah, early next year.
And is this through your own publishing company?
Through my own publishing company.
You're going to do it right
now? And a new, we're going to do it right. You know, we did it right before, but we had a lot of trouble with the legal stuff. We're doing pretty good in that, too.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. Tell us a little about the P-Funk initiative.
Well, we're actually getting ready to have new laws put in place to make sure people can get their copyrights, at least be notified when somebody's trying to steal them. Right. Yeah, they're going to have a new copyright thing happening, so people won't be able to go and change your copyrights without you knowing it, right. Which is the way it is now. They have no fail-safe things, right. You know, no checks and balances in there. So now, since we've put that in place, and we're doing a lot of good things in the courtrooms too.
It's a good thing, yeah, for all artists.
For all the artists, yeah, not just us, but for everybody that's doing music. They have no idea how people can take their music, not just the royalties, but actually take their music. Right. We don't mind people sampling. We put out records to sample, but the record companies and the big societies, BMI, and even the U.S. Copyright Office has been infiltrated.
Tell me, you've been to Jacksonville before a few times, right?
Oh, quite a few times.
So what is it you like about Jacksonville?
Well, it's close to Tallahassee, first of all. And I live in Tallahassee. Nice. But the crowds here, they jam. Been jamming around here for years. Plus, I come around lots of times. I go fishing all up and down the area. You know.
Well, the show is called I Know Jax, and I think you probably know it better than I do.
Well, I like Jackson. I want to get to know it better.
Cool. Well, maybe we can hang out sometime.
I think I'll do that then.
I hope I have that type of energy at 70. And let's hope that the P-Funk initiative gets all the support it deserves. It will mean a lot to artists everywhere. Now let's talk events. The guys at my904.com are holding a community get-together with the Jacksonville Giants on December 3rd from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. They'll be at City Hall Pub before the season opener of the Giants. Come hang out with the Giants players, Mr. Biggs, listen to great local talent like In Whispers, and get in on what's happening. There will be some event and movie ticket giveaways and lots of other fun too.
I want all our Know Jax friends to go to aedpetitionnow.com and sign the electronic petition supporting the mission to have an AED in every public school by 2014.
I would like to thank the Shores Resort and Spa in Daytona Shores, Florida for their gracious hospitality during our Daytona shoot. It's a beautiful place right on the beach. Make sure to check them out when you go to visit. I hope you guys have enjoyed your Thanksgiving turkey and that you survived Black Friday. One thing's for sure, the holidays are upon us. What does that mean for us? Well, it means lots of holiday stuff are in the works and lots of holiday events are coming up. That and much more are coming up next week. And until then, have a great week and I'll see you on the internet.